It's your boy Calix Boxing here, and hit me up for nightly. Hit that sub button for nightly boxing and sports videos. And shout out to all the new subscribers. Shout out to you guys. A story that's hit close to home because I live in New Orleans. I follow LSU football closely. That I wanted to touch on tonight because it's making the rounds throughout sports media today, and I think it's being blown out of proportion here. It's getting a lot of coverage, a whole lot of nothing. Is something to talk about because it could have turned out badly, and I'll touch on that in a minute. But TMZ broke a story today, basically inferring that Leonard Fournette was involved in a vicious street fight with a teammate. And then you click on the video, and it's, the LSU, the university, came out today and said they talked to both players, and it was more of a horseplay. I think it was somewhere in between those two things. It was the fist fight or horseplay, depending on who you talk to, happened with Garrett Brumfield, who is a 6'3", 305-pound. By the way, don't do anything in front of the camera that could be taken any kind of way, because TMZ is everywhere. They broke this story. They are everywhere. Video, they're going to get it. If TMZ was around when JFK was assassinated, they know everybody was involved, and they would know it the day of. They get everything. They're everywhere. So watch what you do in front of camera. And that's what I would say. That would be my advice to Leonard Fournette. Not that he would want my advice. I'm just a random dude. And I followed Leonard Fournette's career for 3-4 years now, going back to when he was a high school running back at St. Aug High School in New Orleans. In his 2 years here at LSU, watching every LSU game. And he seems to have a good head on his shoulders. He seems to be doing everything right in the public eye. That's why this was a little out of character to see him do something like this. Although it's an innocent thing, I do think they were pulling punches. If you watch this video, and this being a boxing channel, you can tell when guys are pulling punches and they're not really that serious. And they said they were playing a game where you have to land two punches on a guy or two slaps on a guy before and you win the game or whatever. And you can see as they're doing the video, the guys in the background are laughing and they're saying no threes, basically saying no 3 punches. And I think it was an innocent game. However, it can be taken a different way by a lot of people, and especially in America, where people are looking to tear down at popular athletes and looking for anything to use against these guys. It can be taken a different way, much like TMZ is trying to do right now and spin it a different way. And I'm sure Les Miles sat these guys down and talked to them. And here, you don't want to be doing this because let's say this 6'1" or 6'3", 305-pound guy lands a shot on you, even though he's pulling punches in the wrong spot. Let's say he hits you in the jaw, breaks your jaw, breaks an orbital bone a couple weeks before the season starts. Or let's say you land a punch and break your hand a couple weeks before the season starts. All right. Suddenly you're looking for another offensive lineman because Leonard Fournette is the Heisman Trophy front runner going into the season. So if you land a punch on Leonard Fournette, or if he lands a punch on you and breaks his hand, suddenly you're the most hated man in Baton Rouge and all of Louisiana, and you lost your Heisman running backs to start the season. So it's not a good look. It's not something you want to be doing, especially in front of the camera. But altogether, look, I'm sure they sat Leonard Fournette down and said, "Look, you got a couple more months here. You've been doing all the right things the 2 years you're here. Just lay low the next couple months. Stay healthy. All right. Play every game. We're going to give you 20, 25 carries a game, hopefully, in Les Miles' offense. And just do all the right things. Hopefully we get the Heisman Trophy. Hopefully we compete for a national championship. And then you're in class for a couple more months, and then you declare for the draft. All right. That's all you got to do. So no more slap boxing or horseplay or street fighting, whatever you want to call it. And especially not in front of the camera, because TMZ is everywhere. They're everywhere. And anybody with a cell phone has Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Periscope, whatever else is out there. And they're going to post it. And they're going to they're going to tag Leonard Fournette on it. All right, you're one of the most popular athletes in the country, especially when it comes to the college level. So lay low, do the right things, tell people what they want to hear, and then declare for the draft. But I just think this is a whole lot to do about nothing. It's gonna be gone in the news. It's gonna get absorbed in the news cycle in the next day or two, and it's gonna be fine. But I'm sure they sat him down and talked to him and said, "Hey, just lay low, just lay low." But it could have turned out bad. That would be my main thing here. Right? Don't get into any fights and hurt yourself. Just lay low, Leonard. Lay low. But seems to be a good guy. Seems to be doing everything else right. I just think this was a small slip up, and everything will be fine. But hit me up. Let me know what y'all think about Leonard Fournette's vicious street fight as far as TMZ would tell you. Hit me up, man.